Holy shit, it's Halloween once again. Welcome to a brand new episode of Ghoulish. I am Max Booth, a host, and you have downloaded an episode of a podcast that I produce and host and speak into a microphone into. Speak into. That's a sentence I just said. The thing about this podcast is I have no way of deleting anything I say, so hey, that is going to live for the rest of time. I'm feeling a little bit rusty. I haven't recorded anything in a podcast in over a month. I know we've had new episodes come out every week this month, but I did those all back in September. So I'm recording this right now on the afternoon of Halloween 2020, and boy, it's strange sitting in front of a microphone again and talking, especially since I don't even have a guest today. I have nothing, I don't have a script or anything. I have some questions I'm going to answer in just a second, so that should be helpful, I hope. Maybe I should have wrote my answers down ahead of time. I don't know. You tell me. I am sitting in front of my desk, in front of a microphone, watching the time tick by on GarageBand. I have been back in Texas for about 3 days now, I think. I got back Wednesday night, so and now it's Saturday afternoon. I can't do that kind of math, but I'm sure somebody can. For the past month, I was in Detroit, Michigan, and if you have been paying attention to social media, or perhaps a Hollywood reporter, you should probably know why I was in Detroit, but now that the news has been spilled, I can also talk about it on this podcast. So I'm just going to read a recent post on the Hollywood Reporter website. Headline is, Sahila McCormick, Vanessa Shaw, Pat Healy still in We Need to Do Something. The spooky picture from director Sean King O'Grady is from the executive producers of Saw and Bird Box. Sahila McCormick, Vanessa Shaw, and Pat Healy are starring in the horror film We Need to Do Something, from director Sean King O'Grady. The Indie, which also stars newcomer Lisette Alexis and John James Cronin, is produced by Atlas Industries, Hans Motion Pictures, and Spin a Black Yarn, and has just wrapped principal photography in Detroit. We Need to Do Something sees Melissa, a.k.a. Sahila McCormick, and her family finding shelter from a storm, only to become trapped. With no sign of rescue, hours turn to days, and Melissa comes to realize that she and her girlfriend Amy, played by Lisette Alexis, might have something to do with the hordes that threaten to tear the family and the world apart. The film is penned by Max Booth III, a host, and adapted from his novella of the same title. Now, this is a statement from director Sean O'Grady. Max's script captures the hopelessness of 2020 in a way that is both cathartic and, till I say, really fun. We Need to Do Something is produced by Josh Merriman, Ryan Lewis, and Peter Block, and executive produced by Lil Hance, Donovan Leach, and Catherine Waddell, and co-produced by Colin Duell. Now, I should also say that I am also an executive producer on this movie, although it's not listed here, because they didn't want to basically overuse too many credits in the press release. But yeah, I wrote a book. called We Need to Do Something, and then I rewrote it into a screenplay, and then I sold it to Atlas Industries, and then I drove down to Detroit, and then I witnessed them make the movie, and now the movie is wrapped and wheel in post-production. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know what to say about any of that. It's all pretty crazy to talk about. It's been covered in, obviously, it was exclusive to Hollywood Reporter in the beginning, but that's gone on to be talked about on Rue Morgue, on Bloody Disgusting, on some Broadway website. I don't know what's going on with that website, but they talked about it, so that's cool of them. Yeah. So that's what I've been up to while I've been relatively silent. The movie is in post-production, as I said, so, I mean, it's not done yet. There's lots of editing still involved. We gotta get the music done. We gotta make it look nice. Then we gotta sell that fucking movie to a distribution company. Maybe Netflix. Maybe someplace that isn't a streamer. Personally, I have my finger to cross for a place like A24. That would be a dream. So, but yeah, there's no way to tell at this early stage. I have lots of things I could talk about with the movie. I don't know, actually, if I'm allowed to say much about what I witnessed just yet. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that hopefully can be more than just once. We will see how this movie does when it comes out, right? In the meantime, you could always go buy my novella, We Need to Do Something. It's available on my website, perpetualpublishing.com. Buy it directly from me. I'll even sign it. I'm also in the process of getting a new front cover made. Same front cover, but now it's going to have the soon-to-be a major motion picture stamp on it. So that's fun. That's exciting. For Halloween this year, I wanted to do a little Q&A episode, something special, since I have nothing else lined up right now. And it's fucking Halloween, and there should be a new Ghoulish. So I posted on Patreon and Instagram and all the social media accounts, begging for questions, and I got some of them. So I'm going to read them now. Okay, so I'm going to go on over to Patreon first and take the questions I got there. Melody says, gasp! Pat Healy, I'm a huge fan. I was already so excited about this movie, and now I'm even more so. Is he as splendid as he always seems? Great question. I love Pat Healy and everything I've seen him in. I mean, for fuck's sake, he was in Magnolia. And of course, he was in Cheap Thrills and Ty West's The Innkeepers. He's been in so many movies. I didn't talk to him a lot. Mostly, it was strange being around cast during a pandemic because, like, if anyone on the cast got a positive COVID, the movie would have been fucked, which is another reason we didn't announce anything until after we wrapped filming, because it would have been, I mean, look at how many other movies announced something and then had to then announce that they've been delayed due to COVID, so we wanted to keep it a secret. So, like, with being around cast, it was tricky because you didn't want to get too close to him. You had to have, like, a mask on, obviously, but also, like, a giant face shield. And it was a really tight spot we were all in. I mean, the movie takes place in a fucking bathroom. So I talked to him a few times, and he seemed really pleasant. But he's also, I mean, if you've read the book, he plays an immense asshole. So I think he was really, like, in a certain type of headspace. Not to say that he was an asshole at all, because he wasn't. He was really pleasant. But yeah, but there was also, like, at least to me, a vibe of, okay, don't disturb him right now because he's vibing on something that you will not vibing on. Again, it was really claustrophobic in that place. So I mean, I don't know. He seemed cool. He seemed pretty cool. Out of the whole cast, I definitely had longer conversations with Vanessa Shaw, who plays the Diane character in the movie. And, I mean, she was in Hocus Pocus, obviously. She was in Eyes Wide Shut. She was in the Hills Have Eyes remake. I mean, she is just really pleasant to talk to. Lots of fun conversations with Vanessa. Yeah. Okay, Thomas Joyce wants to know if I got a cameo as the dog, and that's in quotes. No, I did not. He also wants to know what exactly an executive producer does. Well, good question. I Googled this after I got that credit, and Google basically shrugged and said, I don't know. But I've asked around because I wanted to know what the fuck that meant since I was one of them. And it's basically like an executive producer can do like three different things. One of them, they help with the funding, which I did not do. I do not have money. Two, they help with the cast, and three, they help like creativity. They help like with the creative side. And I helped them too. On those two, I was involved on all the casting decisions. I was involved on the setting location. I mean, obviously it was going to be a bathroom, but we looked at like fucking 12 different possible bathroom designs. So I was involved on helping decide that. I watched all the audition tapes. So that was cool. Yeah. So it was just basically being involved creatively beyond just writing the script, is how I took it. And also, I know this isn't usual in a movie, but I also sat in the editing room for a good length of time with the really talented editor we have, Shane Patrick Field, and I contributed a little bit of my opinion on how some scenes should be cut and reassembled. That was fun. Thomas also wants to know if I managed to get any fiction writing while on set. And the answer is yeah. I'm about 17,000 words into a new book. I am tentatively titling Maggots Screaming. I don't know. Let me ask you guys. I have like 5 fucking titles floating around with this book. I'm going to tell you them all. And if you have an opinion on which one you like best, tag me on Twitter. Give me your teeth. Email me at ghoulishpod@gmail.com. Let me know what you think, because I am undecided. So the titles I have right now, I have The Impossible Corpses, I have Dry Rot, I have The Scream of Maggots, and I also have Maggots Screaming. I'm leaning toward the last one because it sounds kind of unusual and kind of punk rockish. So maybe that one, but I don't know. I like them all. So yeah, I had a little notebook and I was writing the whole time on set, because most of being on set is just sitting around waiting for things to be set up. And that could take upwards from 10 minutes to 2 hours, depending on what the scene is. So yeah, lots of writing time. I wrote probably about 15,000 in a notebook. It was good. I just finished transcribing it all to my computer. And I think I'm about 18,000 words into it total now. I'm hoping to finish it before the end of the year. That would be nice. Maybe I'll say, I'm doing Nano, even though I already have a good chunk of it done. I don't think the book's going to be that long. I think it'll probably be about 65,000 words long. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe with this movie news, I will have an easier time getting a book agent. And maybe I'll take that fucking route this time. Who knows? Anything can happen, right? Okay, Nicholas wants to know, how surreal did it feel to watch actors on set act out and recite lines you'd written? If it did feel as unreal as I would imagine it must, did the experience become less unreal and bizarre the longer production continued? Was it constant throughout, or did it come in waves? Definitely came in waves, and I think that has to do with the fact of like how long you might just sit around waiting for something to happen. But once shit was in motion, it was really, really strange and surreal. Absolutely. Just because, like, I don't know, like, I do admit I have a crazy, dangerous ego, but I don't have the type of ego, if I write something, I think, well, in a few months, I'm going to be on set watching great actors perform this text. That once crossed my mind as a real possibility, and that's kind of what happened. I released the book I think in April, and then I was watching it get made in October of the same fucking year. 2020 is fucking just a emotional whiplash, much like the book and movie. Yeah, it was really strange. It's really strange watching professionals act out dick jokes that I wrote while sleep deprived one night. I hope to do it again. Okay, going on over to my Instagram account, which is you can follow me at PMM Publishing. I've begun using Instagram more often, actually, mostly because every fucking person on the crew while filming this movie would ask me, "Hey, you on Instagram?" And I guess I just went, "Yeah, I am on Instagram," because that was the truth, and I don't lie to people. And they all just began tagging me on Instagram shit. So now I'm just using Instagram a lot. I guess that's what it took. It took me to make a movie to really use Instagram. But now I'm using it. And I got fucking 2 questions, so let's just go ahead and get those out. The Hellbound Hurlt, which is Glenn Pelgold's Instagram account. He's been on the show twice, I think. He said if you had to fight a supernatural koala or the ghost of a crocodile, which one would it be? I think it would be a ghost. Because I feel like I could just, I don't know, walk through it and be fine. I mean, ghosts don't really do anything, right? They just go boo, and if you're not too skilled, it should be fine. I mean, in my head, ghosts can't like do anything tangible. They just kind of skill you, and then you go, ghost, and you fall out of a window. But if I don't stand by the window, then it should be fine, theoretically. So yeah, I'll just fucking say, it's the ghost of a crocodile, and just keep living my life. Think Hoppy Thoughts wants to know if I could personally choose to do the screenplay to remake one whole classic, which one would it be? That's an insane question. I can't believe I would be asked that. I don't know. Most classics are classics for a reason, and I don't think I would want to like fuck with them too much. Like I just saw Jordan Peele is in the process of producing a remake of The People on the Stills. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I mean, obviously, I know remakes don't replace originals, but like that one specifically, like I can see Monkey Paw, his company, doing remakes of old classics and like turning the social criticisms around to meet modern times. But that movie specifically, Wes Craven's The People in the Stills, is already like rich white people bad and black people have been mistreated. I mean, that's already the theme of that movie. So I don't know. Maybe just re-release that movie with a new edition and just celebrate the classic. I don't know. If I had to do one, I think I would probably do a remake of the Amityville Horror movie, but instead of approaching it from a supernatural point of view, maybe focus more on the criticisms it has received, and like do almost a cult room drama type of movie. Where every witness is saying that they well fucking shams and they've faked everything. That would be interesting. Maybe that's already been made. Something like it, maybe. I don't know. If it has, I would want to see it. We'll read it. I mean, I know there's little books about that case being a sham, but, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that might be a cool movie to re-examine through, like, a skeptic's eyes. Good God, I am out of touch with podcasting right now. Okay, now let's go on over to Facebook, which is a social media account I deleted for a long time. But recently I needed to get a photo that I realized was only saved on my Facebook account, so I reactivated it. Now I'm fucking stuck on it again like a piece of trash. So, Facebook, Matthew wants to know that, he doesn't want it. He says, hey, I got a Xenomorph face huggle stuck in my mouth today. How long before they get tired and fall off? I think that depends on how much tongue action you're giving it. So, I mean, a Xenomorph wants lots of tongue, so if you're giving it tongue, it might not get sick for a while. Especially goes, like, if you spit in it, you don't want to spit into a Xenomorph. It will only get more erotic. But maybe that is what you want. I mean, I'm not one to say anything. Alex wants to know what is the spookiest moment on set of the freaking movie I just shot. And so the movie had a few spooky incidents. Like at one point a light randomly came on and no one had switched the fucking switch. And that's why it's called a switch, huh? Because you switch it. I At one point during filming, randomly all the like fire alarms went off and the power went out. That was odd. We did have a really scary moment, but I can't talk about it due to reasons of spoiling things. I also don't know even if they would want me talking about it. It was something crazy that happened on set, and I'm not going to tell you. At least not right now. Maybe down the line. But maybe not then either. Get me drunk in Pilsen, and I'll probably tell you then, at like a convention. Yeah. Jay says, I believe I remember you used to sit outside and write as you passed out Halloween candy. What are your plans this year, and what's the best thing you ever wrote on a Halloween night? I still have the same plans. I don't know if this is a bad thing to say, but I intend on just giving out Halloween candy tonight still, even though I know it's a pandemic. I have safety precautions already made that if people follow, I think it will be okay. The kids are already going to be outside, and trick-or-treating has not been canceled. And I don't want to be the fucking house in the block who's like, no Halloween for you, kiddo. Can't do it. I won't do it. I don't know if I know I am writing this year because I owe some stuff to Cemetery Dance, so I am working on that. I can't talk about what I'm writing for Cemetery Dance. I don't know if you will ever know. It's kind of private. Why don't you mind your fucking business? Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be awkward with the distance miracles we're putting out and the individual candy bags we were making ahead of time, but I think it's gonna be okay. Most people will have a mask on anyway, right? It's Halloween. I think it's going to be fine. Jessica Leonard wants to know, what is the spookiest sentence I've ever written? Oh my god, that's a great question, and I have no fucking idea. Oh man, I can't even think of one sentence I've ever written. Not too long ago, my brother Ryan texted me a sentence. And I said, that's pretty cool. And then he said, it's from your book. And I said, oh, shit, it is? And then I tried to guess the book it was in, and I was still wrong. So my memory of what I've written is not great. You know what? That's not true. My favorite sentence I've written is in We Need to Do Something, a novella that was just adapted from a movie. And that sentence is, I'm a good boy. Does that make any sense out of context? No. But I'm a good boy is a sentence I'm quite proud of, and I think it lands really fucking well in the book. And in the movie, I don't know how much I can say about the movie, so I won't say anything about that. But the novella, I think it lands pretty well. Yeah, those are my Facebook questions. Let's move on to twiddle.com. I'm on Twiddle, and I'm clicking, I am clicking, I am loading, I am loading, I am on the Ghoulish Twiddle account. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Jessica McHugh says, out of all the spiders we supposedly eat every night, how many do you think have sex with and lay eggs in those slickest pearls first? I think they all fuck us. I think if a spiders, I think spiders can't control themselves, and if they see a human, they gotta fuck it. So, I mean, all spiders fuck, especially when it comes to humans. So, yeah, I hope you're okay with that knowledge that you've been fucked by many spiders, Jessica. But we've all been fucked by spiders. It's a thing that happens. Okay, Andrew Hillbilt has 3 questions. Can boners be haunted? Yes, they can, and I do have personal experience with that. I did have to seek an exorcist for my erection once, and I am on many websites now, so please don't link me to those videos. I've seen them. Second question from Andrew is, do skeletons get horny? I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure they do. What else are they doing? Well, just underneath all that flesh not getting turned on? I don't think so. Last question is, are you satanic? The answer to that is no. I'm a Christian, Andrew. Leave me alone. Okay. Questions from Nico. Who would have a sexual baby together, Freddy and Jason, or Alien and Predator? I am confident the answer to that is Alien and Predator. I don't even think I need to tell you why. It just seems obvious to me. Wait a second. Are you tricking me into admitting that I find babies sexy? Not a chance, Nico. It's not gonna happen. Stop trying to get me to say that. I don't like it. I don't want to be trapped. That's how they got Jeffrey Jones. Do I have any other questions? Shit, that might have been it. That was my last question. All right. Fuck. It's Halloween 2020, baby. I made a movie. It's called We Need to Do Something, and I just answered some of your questions. The movie has fucking Sahila McCormick, who was in the really fucking amazing The Vast of Night that came out last year. That movie is actually why she's in this movie, because I saw it. Well, a friend of mine, David James Keaton, told me to watch it, and then I watched it. And then I thought, oh shit, the actress in this movie is really good, and she knows how to handle long dialogue. So I made the director and some of the producers of We Need to Do Something watch The Vast of Night, and I told them to get in contact with this actress, and they did. And then now she's in the fucking movie, so I'm really proud of that. Yes. Maybe that's why I have an executive producer credit. I don't know. I know I've been talking long enough. I have things I have to go do now. Yeah. This was fun. If you have any more questions, email me at ghoulishpod@gmail.com. Hit me up with a Q, and maybe I'll do a new Q&A episode of the podcast next month. I don't know. I'm an open book, baby. On most things, at least. Don't ask me about sexy babies, because I'm not going to answer those questions anymore. I am a filmmaker now, and I am not allowed to talk about those subjects. Yeah. What are you doing for Halloween? Me? I'm going to upload this podcast and go write something pretty spooky. Pretty spooky. Yeah. Okay. Good night. Oh yeah, go buy Antioch by Jessica Leonard. Okay, bye. Hey friends, did you enjoy the latest episode of Ghoulish? Well then why don't you go leave a review on iTunes if you like it so much, huh? How about that? And then why don't you support us on Patreon at patreon.com/PMM Publishing. Go pick up Standalone by Paul Michael Anderson. Go pre-order the next book we are publishing, Antioch by Jessica Leonard. Go buy my book, We Need to Do Something, by me, Max Booth, a host. Get those books over at perpetualpublishing.com. Whatever you do, friends, live spooky, die spooky. Ha 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 ha!